Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ZB Philly Sports Podcast. This is episode 8, our Shane Victorino episode. Zach, you want to get started with the good news?
We own it, baby! It's ours! The NL East is finally ours after 11 somewhat
13.
painful years. 13 painless years.
Painful.
Painful. Painless, painful. 3 years were painless.
Yeah,
Same thing.
I don't know.
I'm just hyped up. I'm just hyped up.
Yeah.
I can't think straight right now.
Right. Watching the players celebrate last night was really fun.
Oh,
Stubbs in his overalls once again, seeing how many beers he can fit in the pocket. It's like a mama kangaroo with her Joey or whatever they're called.
one of 7 different kinds.
Yep.
That was great.
I'm honestly surprised he only has 7.
And not to be sus here, but just seeing them shirtless and celebrating and just... it was just so much fun to watch. So much.
Yeah.
Start running around in a helmet, a UNLV helmet, ready for college football on Saturday.
Yeah.
Will any of them be ready for the game tonight? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Hey, I think it was Tom McCarthy who interviewed, what's his face, Brandon Marsh, that if they were going to get any sleep or if the party was going to continue back home, and he's like, "There's no sleep tonight," I would not be surprised.
Right.
Because they then went to Xfinity Live.
Right. Even their kids were there. Like some of them with their young kids were there. Yeah, holding them like Simba. Speaking of winning, the Phillies have played 53 games under the lights at Citizens Bank Park this season, and they've won 40 of them, which is over a 75% win percentage. The Phillies have worn pinstripes 37 times this season, and they're 30-7 in those games, which is over 81%. Yeah.
I'm on the wrong thing then. I got a pinstripe.
I don't. My last pinstripe was a Cliff Lee.
Yeah, that you ended up giving to me, but we don't have to.
Did I?
I think so. Or did I give it to you? One of the two.
You didn't give it to me.
I used to be taller than you. So.
Yeah. At one point in time, many years ago. Many lifetimes ago.
Shut up. But no. That stat right there is the reason, and this brings us to a next topic, if you're ready to go to it.
Yeah.
If you want to start it off with a bang.
Go
this
for it.
Is why we need to match the Dodgers.
Yep.
So if they win tonight, we have to win tonight.
We're half
if they
game
lose,
behind them.
We can lose. We don't have to lose, but
yeah. If anyone doesn't know, if we're tied with the Dodgers at the end of the season, we're still the 1 seed because we have the tiebreaker.
We have the series.
Yep.
But yeah, just having home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Well, and that's if we're better than the Yankees or whoever the top team over there is as well.
Well, we would have it through the NL part.
Right.
We would have it to go to the World Series. Right now, either the Phillies or the Dodgers, if we got to the World Series, or the if we did what the Dodgers did, we both teams would have home field advantage first for whatever it's called.
But I do think
the World Series.
It's very possible that no team gets to 100 wins this season.
Yeah, because don't we only have 4 or 5 games left?
Yeah.
And we're at... Yeah, it'll be close, but...
Yeah, no team can get to 100 wins.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who needs 100 wins, though?
Right, I don't feel like looking it up right now, but I wonder the last time no team did.
We'll have that for you next podcast.
Yeah, if we remember.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized something.
Yeah.
Welcome to our last regular season podcast.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't think about that.
Because the season ends this weekend.
Yeah.
So next week, guys, you're gonna know if not from us, you'll know before us. Because we typically record on Tuesdays and have it out by Wednesday. You should know. We should be here next week talking whether we got the first or second. Well,
yeah, hopefully.
We're not hoping third, but we should be in one of those two spots. So
yeah. Wow.
I don't know what next week's gonna look like for the Phils for us, because we might not have much to talk about.
Right, it'll just be we can't even preview a series.
Yeah, we might recap a couple. No, because I don't even think any games would start yet. I don't think they start till Tuesday.
Yeah.
How about this? We will both predict how the playoffs are gonna go, and who. You guys obviously know who we're gonna pick to win the World Series, but we'll plan out.
I'm writing that down right now so we don't forget.
Yep. So we'll have that next week, and hopefully the Phillies can
that would be a pretty cool segment to go over.
Yeah, and welcome to the end of the regular season, guys. I know we started about right after All-Star break. Yeah. Maybe before the All-Star break?
No, it was after.
Yeah, right before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So, how far we've came.
Yeah.
Me and you, and how the podcast and the team, and
right.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys. This is getting a little emotional.
This is not the topic I was expecting. I'm unprepared.
I'm unprepared too. I just thinking of how close we are, and how it's like, wait, next week.
Yeah.
It's playoffs.
Right.
That's crazy.
So, since this is our 8th episode, we technically started 9 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
Wow.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun, guys.
Yeah. Anyways.
Wow.
Back to the Phillies.
Let's get back to it. Yep.
This news just came out. I don't know if you saw it. Austin Hayes is active, which I'm sure you saw. But
so I was in the lineup.
To bring him back up, Cal Stevenson was sent to the spring training complex.
Yeah, because isn't minor Iron Pigs in them, aren't they, in like playoffs?
Yeah.
So technically he couldn't go.
I think they're below 500.
Oh, are they?
Oh, I don't know. I saw the standings or records for all those minor league teams yesterday, I think, and I already forget. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up. I'm looking up the schedule.
All right.
Oh, they played through October? What?
Really?
Schedule. Give me an actual schedule. There we go. We're loading. Huh? It looks like the 2024 Iron Pig season has come to a close. I don't think they made the playoffs because there's no games scheduled.
Wow.
Looks like they posted on Twitter the other day, "We have the best fans in baseball. Thank you for another amazing season at Coca-Cola Park." They were 34-39.
Wow.
So they were 13.5 games from first. Oh well. Who really cares?
Yeah.
Who really cares? We're still the
all
best
of those players had fun.
Exactly. And you got to think, you had Cal Stevenson, Cody Clemens, you had Marchand, you had all those guys plopping up and down in the.
Yeah, I think Scott Kingery won Hitter of the Year award.
I did just see that. Yep, I saw him holding a trophy.
Won an award, and I forget what, but it's most likely his last season as a part of the Phillies organization because he is a free agent. And gotcha. I don't see them bringing him back if they're not going to be using him at first base. Because we got Harper, then we got Clemens and Bohm and Sosa, all those guys who can play first.
That brings up my next point. So the past 3 years, the Phillies bought. They can either bring a ninth reliever into the playoff or an extra bench spot. We have bought an extra reliever the past 3 years.
Yeah. How
Is
many
this
bench
the
spots
year
do they get?
2 or 3, I believe?
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I think it's 3, but if you can take 4.
you can change it series to series, right?
I don't know. That I don't know. Because I think it's 26 man roster.
Yeah.
I saw this the other day. But that would mean if Austin Hayes is up, Cody Clemens might get sent down. Or,
they can't send Cody Clemens down.
Yeah. Because you also have to remember, I didn't mean to say Austin Hayes. You have, I can't think of his name. Spencer Turnbull coming back.
Yeah, but will he be back?
That's the question.
Yeah, he started rehabbing in Lehigh.
Mm-hmm.
But now he can't rehab anywhere since Lehigh Valley is done.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I don't know if
I haven't heard anything about Turnbull. All I saw was he pitched like 2 innings. 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, I think.
Yeah.
1 home run.
Something like that.
I don't know.
We'll see.
But sticking with minor leagues really quick, Painter, he might be able to return to game action for the Arizona Fall League, but nothing has been, no commitments have been made yet.
Okay.
So we could see him back pretty soon. Right.
Could be a big help for the team, but
right. But speaking of our bench players, I saw this the other day when I was scrolling through Instagram. With a lefty on the mound, the Phillies are going with Edmundo Sosa at second base, which was a few days ago. Thompson said he'll consider a Stott Sosa platoon moving forward into the playoffs.
Okay.
And timeshares likely in left field with Marsh, Hayes, and Wilson, and possible center field with Rojas and Stevenson, but I doubt. Well, not I doubt. I know that can't happen because they just sent Cal down.
Yep.
So I think it might be a Marsh in left or center, then Hayes, Wilson in left as well, and then Rojas in center, as we said.
Yeah.
Like Marsh, Rojas, whoever's. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they sent. Well, I guess not. I guess Cody has a better bat than Cal does, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys are hitting. Everyone's hitting. No one was in New York apparently. I'm kind of more glad we won it yesterday because the day before recording the VOD, it kind of worked out
even
better.
Castellanos said that he is happy we won it at home. We get to experience it with our fans.
But especially Bryce Harper, and this is good news. His last 30 days, so his last month, he's 34 hits and 105 at bats with 13 doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, 13 walks with a 330 average and a 959 OPS.
Wow.
Which is really good, especially when you're trying to get into the playoffs.
Right.
Or not trying to get into the playoffs. When you're trying to lock up a playoff spot, when you're trying to lock up the division spot, and then to lock up the top spot, which you have 2 of the 3 already. You just need to take that third step.
Right.
Which, again,
besides like our last game or two in New York, it looked like everyone was heating up. And then last night showed everyone is heating up.
Yeah.
Even the pitchers are doing really well.
And the best thing I heard last night was actually from JT when he said that it was he blamed the bats for that Wheeler game on Sunday.
Yeah.
How they just didn't wake up. It was great to get Noel some runs prior
The hitters, the
before
bats
getting
need
that.
to do what they can to take the pressure off of the pitchers.
Yes.
Pitchers can do a great game where they allow 1 or 2 runs, maybe even no runs. But we still won't win unless we're hitting.
Yeah. And Wheels pitched great. He pitched into the 8th or 9th, I believe.
Yeah.
On Sunday?
Yeah, 8th. And I think
8th,
Hoffman
because
came
we
in.
lost him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But like he pitched well enough that he went all the way to the 8th. It was just excuse me. It just wasn't. Our bats just weren't awake and weren't there.
Yeah, it was not a fun game to watch.
It wasn't a fun series to watch.
But on Sunday, I did think we were going to hear from Schwarber more. It was cool to see him down in the cages during the game and talk to him for, a few minutes.
But I'm actually on the other side of that. I hate that.
Why?
Just let the guys get in the... I feel like it's taking them, like, they're trying to lock in. They're trying to get their last, like, little bit of work in and all that. And
but it just takes us into how they do whatever. Like, we wouldn't have gotten Stay Loose and Sexy from Marsh if it wasn't for ESPN miking him up.
Yeah. But, again, I just didn't... I'm more not liking it was literally like 5 minutes before first pitch. It was more than 5 minutes, but it was like, do it when he's down there and hitting in the cage before his second at bat or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was. It was during the game. It wasn't before the game.
I thought it was before the game.
Nope,
I saw one before the game.
Oh, I saw the one during the game.
Oh, so they must have done it twice then.
I guess.
I
didn't start watching until the second inning.
Yeah, I saw him before the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I guess we did see him more, and I just missed it.
Yeah. I didn't see the second one because...
Yeah.
I forget what I was doing. I was doing something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe homework or something. Academic weapon. No, it's just... Last night's bats looked great. I know it's against not Orioles. We've got ties to that, so it's actually good I said that. But
yep.
I know it's against the Cubs. Yeah.
Kimbrel was DFA'd. Same with Christian Pache.
Yep. And is Seranthony Dominguez still pitching, or did they DFA him?
I don't think he was DFA'd. While you talk, I'll actually look that up.
I haven't heard that name or Gregory Soto in a while.
Give me a moment.
I want to say at least one of them was
Seranthony has pitched 60 games so far this year.
Okay.
His last game was the 21st. 1 walk. And then before that was the 19th. Hit and earned run, 2 walks. Then before that, the 14th. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and a strikeout.
Which I believe on that side of the league, the Baltimore is they're the third best team, but I think they're only 3.5 games up.
Yeah.
On the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. Soto, he has 63 games so far this year. Last 7 games, 1-0, 3.86 ERA. Last 15 games, 1-0, 1.5 ERA.
Okay.
Also, the 21st, he pitched. Didn't allow anything. No walks, strikeouts, no nothing. Then the 19th, he got the win, but didn't allow anything. Then the 18th, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. I don't know. They aren't doing horrible the last week or so, but that can change pretty quickly, as we've seen.
Yeah. And they're both bullpen pieces. Are they both on Baltimore?
Yep.
So
They
You
have
can't
yeah,
you can't
they have
release
half of our
3 of them.
bullpen from 23.
Yeah. Something I did
Speak
want to bring up. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, speaking of our bullpen, Taijuan Walker got his thousandth career strikeout.
Yay! I'm so excited for him.
I feel bad for him, in all honesty.
Taijuan, I'm looking you in the eye. Right here, right now. You should not be seeing this right now because you have 27 minutes until the game starts. I think I did that math right. It's actually 17, I think. But I'm gonna look you right in the eye. A guy who can't do math, apparently. You're pitching tonight. After Banks or after a Lord. You crap the bed tonight out of my city.
Yeah.
That's a message for you, Taijuan. And
Yep.
I look directly in my camera at that.
And we should clip that and post it on all socials as well.
It will be on socials the minute this is out.
Yep.
So you will know if he did what I
don't
asked.
think he has social media anymore because he deleted it a few months ago when he wasn't doing well.
Good. Because it's people like me who are coming for you. Oh, let's stay on this Taijuan talk right now. Ooh, that's a good segment. Taijuan talk, if he was good. See, you're ruining more than just games. You're ruining our podcast. We could have had a great segment. Welcome to Taijuan Talk, presented by Takis. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tasty Cakes. I could have had it. Taijuan Talk, presented by Tasty Cakes.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, Taijuan.
Wow.
We're going to start thinking of segments. We're going to let our viewers in a little behind the scenes here. This is directly to you now, Brendan. We are going to start making segments.
Yeah. That'll be pretty cool.
We're going to say they're presented by something, but we know they're not. But if anyone out there has a brand or anything, and you want to do, you send us DMs, and we'll make a segment presented by you.
Yeah. It won't even cost you anything yet.
Yeah. What was I going to talk about, Tyler?
I don't know.
Oh, did you see that some Philly fan started a GoFundMe?
No.
For the amount of to buy out his contract?
No, I did see somewhat, and I thought this was a very, very good idea.
Let me see.
$81 dog nights next year, and we will have his contract paid off.
Mm-hmm. We don't have any more dollar dog nights, though.
Right. But the Flyers do. They have dollar dog night, dollar
pretzel
night, and dollar something else. I forget what, but it's dollar dog, dollar pretzel, and another one.
You stole it from me.
Okay, what is the other one then?
The other what?
There's, I think, $3 whatever nights for the Flyers.
I don't know. I just know it's dollar dog night. That's what I was gonna bring up when we talked about the Flyers. But so off this Taijuan talk. Yeah. That was Taijuan talk, presented by Tasty Cake.
Yeah, presented by the toilet.
Yeah. That's a good one. That was a good one. Presented by the toilet. So I'm gonna read off. Read off the last time each Philly team, not each Philly team, but when each of the last Phillies teams to win the NL East and where they ended. 1976, lost in the NLCS.
A little before my time.
1977, lost in the NLCS, which actually in 76. No, never mind. I was going to say in 76, I think we lost to the Reds and they ended up winning the World Series. but I think that was 75. We lost to the Reds.
I got no idea.
Maybe we didn't even make the playoffs in 75.
If it's before my time for anything besides basketball, I probably have no idea.
Someone fact check me on that. I want to say we lost in the divisional series against the Reds in 75. Anyway, 1977, lost in the NLCS. 1978, lost in the NLCS. 1980, we won the World Series. 1983, lost in the World Series. 1993, we lost in the World Series. 2007, we lost in the NLDS to the Cardinal. No, I don't know who we lost to. Not even. I'm just gonna push by that. 2008, we won the World Series.
Yep.
209. Oh
what?
God.
What?
2009, 209. Sorry, guys, my dyslexia is kicking in. We lost the Yankees in the World Series. I know that one for a fact. Someone still brings that up to this day.
Oh, I am so sure.
2010, we lost in the NLCS, and then in 2011, we lost in the NLDS. 2024.
To me, it sounds like we're due for a World Series win.
It's World Series champions.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That hat, 2024.
Yep.
Is going to replace that one.
Yep. I'll somehow unstitch it and then stitch a 4 into it. I'll learn how to do that.
That can be pretty easy, I feel like.
I don't know. But it has to be similar font, similar color.
I'm gonna think of something. And if the Phillies do it, I'll post it on like our social media. Like dump a bucket of ice on me if we win the World Series. Bucket of beer. Something like that. Bucket of beer. That's a lot of money though, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll probably be at the
Speaking of beer, shebang. You know what I'm disappointed in? Kelsey didn't get a hold of the Phillies to put garage beer all over the locker room. That was such a smart marketing campaign.
Only the Bud in the Miller and the...
I was gonna say they probably have like contracts or something signed with.
Yeah. Budweiser has it for a lot of their MLB teams.
But... Yeah. Or Schwarber has his own beer for yards.
Oh, they could have yards down there.
Yeah.
That would have been great. That would have been great. Missed opportunities.
Speaking of your
just like you, Taiwan Walker.
Previous year's Phillies, Roy Halladay, who threw his last pitch in 2013, has the most complete games in the MLB since 2009.
Really?
Yeah, and he hasn't pitched for over 11 years. Yeah. I saw that stat and thought it was insane.
That's crazy.
Right. Wow. So over that 4 years, he has more than the past 15 years.
And you had, what, Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer?
Yeah, we've had a lot of really good pitchers. And that'll bring me up to my next point, even though he's not pitching currently. It's not Phillies, but we did all witness history with Shohei starting the 50-50 club. Yep.
Hey, you gotta clap for it. You gotta just kind of do one of these. Yeah. You gotta give the standing ovation to that. That is that's just crazy. That's right. Just like.
And he might be 55-55 at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. I think if he still is, I think he's tied with Judge for the most home runs.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh, Judge has hit 2 more. So he was tied with him at 53.
Okay.
But Judge is now up to 55.
Well, Shohei has 55 stolen bases.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
He's 10 behind Ellie. I don't think he's catching up to Ellie.
I don't think he's catching up to Ellie. Sad that he got close though.
Scott's 14th. He has 31.
But no, he did it all off. Just to cap it all off. He did it with a 6 for 6 night. With what, 10 RBIs and 3 home runs?
Yeah.
Like, he joined the 50-50 club and then also joined the 50-51-51 club.
Yeah. Then 52-52, then 53-53,
Yeah.
and so on. He's impressive. I'm thankful that we get to witness it. I'm not like all those
unicorn.
Yankees fans who just hate on him.
How can you?
Right.
I know you want your precious little Judge to be all that, but...
Right. Appreciate the greatness while we have it.
Yeah. Do you think... I'm not going to say that, actually. I was going to say, do you think Lakers fans were like, oh my god, this and that about Jordan, but they probably were.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone hated Jordan. Like, most players hated him. Like, when you hear stories from his former teammates, most of them hated him. You got anything else for the Phillies?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's great that we brought up the whole Shohei and then we kind of went into the Yankees here. Because he is a current Yankee. Did you see who they are predicting Juan Soto to go to?
The Phillies.
Yep. I don't know if I like it because you're probably going to have to give up like Rojas and Marsh and them, but I think
I don't think you'd have to give up both of them. But you also got to realize...
I'm saying you have to give
we
up
can give him
them.
Scott Kingery. He can fill anything
Yeah, but he's not good. He's a minor league baseball player. They do know that.
He's a hidden gem.
Okay. I'm sorry, Scott. Love you, man, but he's
better than either of us, so...
He is that. No, I would love to see Juan.
But
it would be awesome to pair Juan, Bryce, and Turner back up again.
Right, and Kevin Long.
Did
Schwarber play with Juan when he was in Washington?
2018,
I don't know. You were asking the wrong person that question.
We're looking it up.
Yep.
My dyslexia is kicking in again.
That's usually how it is texting you.
I'm looking up when he was on the Nationals last, and the top thing is, when was Schwarber on the moon?
What?
I hope never.
What? That's why he tries to hit baseballs up that high all the time.
Oh, because he's been up there.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to go back up there. He was on the 2021. Is that when they won the World Series?
I have no idea. Speaking of the Nationals, while you were looking that up, CJ Abrams, that's his name, right? How stupid can you be?
Oh, that's great.
Like, they sent him down to what? Single A?
Yeah, because that's the only team that's playing.
Jesus. I don't understand why you would think it's a good idea, even if you're on the Nationals and they're horrible right now. Why do you think it's a good idea to be at the casino until 8 in the morning, you have a game 5 hours later? Like, I feel like at 8 in the morning, you should be on your way to the stadium to start getting ready for the game if you're not already at the stadium.
I don't know either.
I'm still dumbfounded by that whole thing.
So Trey Turner was on that team.
Yep.
Kyle Schwarber was on that team. The 2021 team.
Mm-hmm.
And Soto was on that team.
Okay.
So do we have any more possible Phillies? Max Scherzer when it becomes a team. There was a Harper on that team. It just was not Bryce. It was Ryan Harper. Spell your name right, bro. That's probably why I never heard of you. Oh, I thought that was Tanner Banks for a second. I saw Tanner. I was like, oh. Nope, Zach, keep waiting. Stupid. Okay. So yeah, it would be great to pair those guys together again.
I'm sure it
but
won't be as hard as we think it might be, or
no,
many people think it might be.
Dave Dombrowski wants to win. Tom Middleton, and I quote, not fully, because we're going to keep it PG here. He wants the trophy back in his hand.
Yep.
Bring me back my trophy. So I think if we do it this year, they're gonna kind of be like, okay, we want to continue this.
I think it was one. I forget who it was. It was one of the higher ups for the team. He said that whatever the team does this year, we're going to try and replicate it. If not, do even better next year.
Yeah, I think they see that they want to win.
Yeah,
they're getting a boatload of money.
Right.
Especially after you just had this come out this year.
Yeah.
And any team that has released this, it brought in
did you see the
bunch of money.
Astros has played their last game in their City Connects, and they're getting new ones. So could we kind of expect the Phillies to get one, not next year, but the year after?
So looking for a team, they are 3 years contract.
Okay.
So
I didn't realize the Astros have had that for 3 years.
Yes, they were one of the first to get it. Well, you got to think 2022 was the first year. Well, they got them in 2022.
Yeah, so that's 2, 3, 4.
So they were second round.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And some teams don't have it still, right?
No, everyone has it. The only two teams that didn't get it were the Yankees, of course.
Yeah.
And then Oakland because that was the choice.
Yeah.
They're moving, all that.
Horrible owners. So the Phillies, okay, they won't have a new one for their All-Star year.
They will not.
We need to go make content during that. No, that's 26.
2 years.
That'd be fun. We should go to like every festivity that they have.
Yeah.
Or at least I will, since I'm much closer than you. Yeah. All right. You got anything else for the Phillies?
I do not.
All right. Do you want to go to Flyers or Sixers?
Let's go.
I'm good with Sixers.
Let's go Sixers.
Okay.
I have nothing.
So before we get into the actual Sixers, I do want to congratulate Woj on a tremendous career, and I wish you luck in your new career as a GM from the college that he graduated from. He was part of the NBA pretty much the entire time we've been alive.
Gotcha.
And Shams is actually a free agent next year. So it'll be pretty interesting to see. Well, first of all, interesting to see who else is talking about news, NBA news, other than Shams. But also, where he's going to go.
Yeah.
Like, could ESPN give him that bag like they did for Woj?
Yeah. Who knows?
If you remember, 2017, I think, was like the big time it happened. Woj knew who was getting drafted before the broadcast did. So he was tweeting it out before the picks were actually announced.
I feel like most people would get fired for doing that. But okay.
Yeah. He almost did.
Oh, okay.
He got in a lot of trouble from ESPN and the NBA. And then every year after that, he still did it, but worded it differently. So it's not like, hey, they're drafting him. It's their eyes are set on whoever and stuff like that. But off of that, Embiid has been extended.
Yep.
3 years, $193 million. I believe that kicks in not next offseason, but the offseason afterwards.
Got it.
And then it's 3 years, but it's 2 + 1, so 2 years, and then player option. His player option is worth $65 million, I think. But if you look at his career stats, it's actually really good. He's 4th all time in points per game with like 27.9 or something like that. Very excited to see Embiid and know that, not know, because how often trades happen, but be comfortable with knowing Embiid could probably be here for the rest of his career. And he wants to, as he said. And I don't know if you've seen pictures of him so far this offseason or in the last week or two. He has lost a good amount of weight, it looks like.
I was going to say, it looks like he lost a weight, but also gained a little bit of muscle.
Yeah, I agree.
And wasn't Jokic last year the one that lost a bunch of weight?
Yep.
And look what he did last year.
Right.
So.
Or Embiid was on pace for one of the best seasons ever in the NBA. But probably because of his weight, he got more injuries.
More injured, tired, faster, stuff like that.
But Sixers are staying in Philly. The mayor signed a contract that they will be building a stadium in Philly. And lastly, I'm sending you a picture right now. Last year, the in-season tournament, I don't remember if you remember those courts. It was hard for me to watch because how red it was. I'll pop this up right in the screen here. Possible leaked.
Ooh.
Yeah, possible leaked in-season tournament court. I like this one a lot more.
Yeah.
My only thing is, last year it went along with our City Edition jerseys. What has leaked for City Edition jerseys, that white one for the Spectrum, does not go with this court at all.
I know it's in the game, but it does look like something like we would have made.
Yeah.
For like my team or whatever.
Right. It is much better to look at than it was last year.
Last year's one was that bright red, right?
Yeah, the bright red.
That just hurt my eyes.
Right.
There's a lot of them. Like, I want to see what other ones look like too. The only thing that kind of like not really creeps me out, but like it's like, well, if you look in the center, it looks like an eye. It looks like an eyeball.
Yeah, that's just the light glare from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's that, but it's on you. Also
does kind of look like a light bulb. Yeah.
Okay. Light bulb,
now
an eyeball.
Now I see. I zoomed out, and now I see that.
Yeah.
That is weird.
You got a darker circle, and then you got a.
Right. I don't know if it's just because Sixers logo is a circle, but if ours has that circle, there's a good chance most other teams are going to have that circle.
Yeah. I would like to see him though. No, it's still gonna look like an eyeball. I was gonna say like make it white or make it red or something like that.
Yeah.
But still gonna make it look like an eyeball.
Yeah.
Still make it look like a red pupil.
Right.
Or a white pupil.
Either make it look like an eyeball or the Target logo.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't have anything else for the Sixers, so.
I do.
All right.
And I was going to say this when you brought up the stadium move. We've both been down to South Philly, the complex. Yeah. Most of our viewers have probably been down to the complex. And if you haven't been there in a while, there's a bunch of parking.
Right.
And I should have saved. I don't think. Let me run to my Twitter, our Twitter real quick, I should say. I don't think I bookmarked it. I did not. That really stinks. There's a zoomed out picture, and if you look at the zoomed out picture, there's a spot where you could put a arena.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you can put it on the other side of the Wells Fargo.
Right.
So, but okay, and this is to the city of Philly, and the city of Philly, and whomever I should say, for the Sixers or whomever this might regard. I know it's gonna create a bunch of traffic, but every other city does it, whether it's a concert in a game or this in a game. Put the Wells Fargo on one side of Broadway, put Sixers on the other, so have it Philly Sixers, Eagles,
Right.
Flyers.
Yeah.
And you can have a Flyers and Sixers game go on at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Home games for both. Downtown's going to be a mess. It's going to take you an hour and a half to even like move out of your parking spot.
Yeah.
But the only worry about that is that going to draw people to leave earlier, to not stay the whole game. But again,
but you also got to realize you're talking about Philly fans.
Yeah. But you do also have Philly fans that they will want to beat traffic.
Right.
But
like
that's also
when I went to the Brewers game, it was Noah, Christian, and I. Alvarado's up, closing out the 9th inning. He gets 2 outs. We get up and start walking to the exit, but the game ends before we got out. Like, we were ready to leave. Well, not ready to leave. We were making sure we were beating a lot of the fans out. But we were still there for the whole game.
But I also think with Paul George and...
Yeah.
But then it also raises the concern of like, well, are Philly fans going to pick the better team?
Yeah, they will.
But
at the same time, I would personally rather watch a basketball game because I'm more into basketball. But then there's other people who are like,
would rather watch a hockey game over there than a basketball game.
Right.
So like,
I don't know.
You're gonna get best of both worlds.
Yeah. So to aid what we had just said, the people who are most likely to buy stuff are the people who are into it more. I'm more likely to buy basketball stuff. You're more likely to buy hockey stuff.
Yeah.
You'll probably be at the hockey game, so then it's more chance for a merch sale.
Yeah. I think you can cut down your parking a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's surrounding areas that people park at too.
No matter how much you cut down on parking there, it's still going to be more parking than you would with that other stadium that they're building or could build.
Yeah.
Like,
so
you got to think the arena will hold probably 20,000-ish fans. Yeah. Where are those people going to park? But not even the fans. You got to think of the players, the staff, the employees of the stadium, all that stuff. Where are they parking?
Yeah. I just think there's room enough there.
Yeah, I agree. Because there are still pictures of all of that there when the vet was still there too.
But you can. I know they probably don't want to do this, but you could probably convince the Eagles to move across the river. Where's the Sixers practice arena?
Yeah.
In Jersey. Where's the Flyers practice arena? In New Jersey.
Right, but the Eagles practice up in Lehigh Valley until Chip Kelly came. Like, I went to their practice and it got rained out right before Chip Kelly came and moved it to the city.
I don't know. I think why do you need your practice arena right there?
Right.
Downtown. It's no more than 500 feet from the stadium.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more.
Right.
Might be closer to 1,000, but like, still, do you? And let us know again. We always love viewer interactions here.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you think they should go Center City? Do you think they should stay in the complex? Like, what do you all think? I just think having the 4 stadiums right there, all accessible, It's just
Right.
I think it's a better idea.
Not many cities have it. All 4 stadiums were right there.
Especially you could even have 3 events going on at one day.
Yeah.
You could
And
have
you have
Eagles.
Xfinity Live there too.
Exactly. You could have the Eagles go at 1:00, and then have either a 7 or 4:00 game for either the Flyers or the Sixers. Or you can have one of them go at 4:00, and then have the other one go at 7:00, and then
right. And the people who are already in the city are pretty likely to then just go to another game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have the 3, like if say there's a Flyers game at 7:00 and there's an Eagles game, I will buy tickets for the Eagles game, and then I'll see if I can find a cheap ticket for the Flyers game.
Right.
There's times where I went to a Flyers game at 1:00, and then the Phillies were playing. I bought a cheap ticket at like the second period, like close to the end of the second period, and went from the Flyers over to the Phillies.
Right.
So
anyone who is there to actually watch the games are very likely to do that.
Yeah, and like
maybe we should become part of Philadelphia's board of whatever.
Maybe we should. We got this. We can run all this.
Exactly.
But moving.
We understand money somewhat.
Yeah. I don't know if you had any more.
Nope. Go for it.
But moving on to the Flyers. Sorry, my phone turned off, so I had to get back up on.
Bryce Harper still at home.
You're ahead of me, bro.
Dude, this was like 10 minutes ago. Like, we were talking. Oh. Yeah, we were talking about the Sixers, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to say this right now. He's in the middle of talking.
Yeah. Anyway, so we did mention it earlier when we were talking about the Phillies. The Flyers are doing $1 hot dogs, $1 pretzels, and I want to say burgers.
While you talk, I will figure it out.
You look it up. Which great move for them. Especially with it potentially being a new.
They're having a fanny pack giveaway.
Especially with them rebuilding their team and potentially being a playoff team.
Dude, I want a hot dog now.
Me too. I want a ballpark hot dog. I want to go. I know we can hold off on the Flyers for a little bit. I want to go to a game. I need to go to a game.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Red October.
Super pretzels. $1 Turkey Hill ice cream.
Ice cream and $1 hot dogs. But we did have the start of the Flyer season over the weekend. Started Sunday? Saturday?
I thought it was Saturday.
I thought it was Saturday, but it might have been Sunday.
Yeah, because anyway, I ordered jersey on Friday, and it got there Saturday. Yeah, it's in the laundry. I wanted to go grab it, but it's currently in the laundry.
But Flyers won their first.
It was Sunday.
Was it Sunday? They won their first preseason game 6-2 with Bobby Blake scoring 2 goals. Which it's preseason.
Yeah.
Who cares? Fedorov, I think, started the game. I was at work on Sunday, so I didn't get to tune into the Flyers or the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the stats while you're talking.
Our last home game.
He had 40 minutes.
Who? Fedorov?
Hold on. I need to learn how to read all this. Yeah, that's a good thing about this podcast. Everyone is going to see me slowly learn hockey. Hopefully by the end of the season, I'll understand at least most of it.
Come on the journey with us, guys. It's Brendan learns hockey. Brendan, on the S there, what does that mean?
What?
The stats where it says S. What does that mean?
If I'm being honest, I don't see anything that says S.
Oh.
I see SV/S. Is that saves?
Oh yeah.
Saves
so you're on whatever.
Yeah.
You're not on like a skater.
I'm on Real. That's where I go for all my sports stuff. Real should sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Real. Be real and sponsor us. But getting back to it, I'm gonna give Brendan the floor to say his name, the other guy's name.
Oh, Bjarnason or Bjarnason,
yes.
However you say it. I don't know.
We're gonna have trouble, saying a couple of these guys' names.
He was 9 for 9 on saves.
Yeah, he was 9 for 9 on saves. Fedorov made 10 out of 10 saves on 12 opportunities, which is still really good.
Yeah.
And then
what is SH/S?
Where are you looking?
He was 3 for 3, and Fedorov was 2 for 3.
I'm so confused on where you're looking.
I don't know.
Because I'm on ESPN, so.
Oh. And what does FPS mean?
FPS?
FPS.
I don't see that on here either.
I don't know.
Anywho. So, game 1 went pretty good. Game 2, not so great. Lost 5-0. So, makes it 1-1 on the year. I believe Michkov also had a goal. Oh, Farabee had a goal. Blink had 2.
And we play the Islanders on Thursday.
Lixell had a goal. Can't find I only see 4. Oh, Morgan Frost had 2 too. He had 2 goals too, so looks good.
Yeah.
Pretty early.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I don't have much on it, but
yeah, even if the Flyers don't do well, I'm excited to actually follow it this year. I have a reason to follow it.
I'm excited just to watch. I just love the Flyers.
Last year I watched one game when they were on their win streak, and then they lost that game, so I stopped watching.
And then I told you to stop watching.
Yeah.
I thought you watched a couple more.
Nope. I watched one game last year. That is it. I've watched one game in the last 2 or 3 years.
That was last year.
Yeah.
When I head to the Eagles, I really have nothing else for the Flyers.
Yeah. We went through my learning curve a little bit.
A little bit. How about
Eagles?
this? Each week until, because I don't think they saw until the end of October. You will ask me a question and we'll teach you.
Okay.
We'll go over some basic rules too.
Yep. How often do fights happen? Because that's what I'm watching for.
Not often anymore.
Remember when we would play the NHL games and we would just purposefully, just smacking the remote?
Oh, what a fun time!
Yeah.
All right.
Eagles won. Very scarily won.
Very close.
Before we get into that, I do want to talk about our injuries really quick. No update on Mekhi Becton so far as I've seen at least, with his finger injury. Devontae Smith and Lane Johnson both have concussions and will likely miss at least one more week.
Lane Johnson's out.
Yeah. That's why he didn't play most of the games.
Smith.
But we play the Buccaneers, and then we have a bye week. So hopefully, pretty much all these injuries will be healed by then. Darius Slay said that he's fine, which likely means he won't miss next week. And Britton Covey has a broken bone in his shoulder and will miss 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, he was put onto the IR. And who was brought back? Hold on. I have this pulled up somewhere. Give me one moment while I tell you who was brought back. Maybe I won't be able to tell you because I didn't save it. I know Jack Stoll, or however you say his name, was brought back to the team. Okay. Eagles signed tight end Jack Stoll to their active roster, signed John Ross to their practice squad, and placed Britton Covey on IR.
Gotcha.
I don't know. That's all I have about injuries.
All I know is Dallas. Thank you, buddy. You helped the fantasy team tremendously. Devontae Smith, I'm sorry they killed you, but
Saquon avenged him immediately.
Yes.
But yes, the Saints played a dirty game, but it's on the refs that Devontae Smith got injured. They should have blown the whistle so much earlier.
Okay, that was a dirty hit, too.
Yeah, right.
Like, how's that not a hit on the defensive player?
Right. So, there's two things that happened there. He was held up by two players, and I don't remember his name. It's not worth figuring out his name. Ran into Devontae Smith, and that's how his helmet came off. While he was on the ground, another Saints player dove on top of him. I think it was 93 or 98 that dove on top of him.
They want to be all about these rules.
Yeah.
And all this, but they don't want to call...
The only way we're going to get calls is if we're the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes. Pretty much.
I think every single team in the NFL will agree with that.
There's... Last night, I don't know how much football you watched last night.
I watched some of the Bills game, not much of it.
We were watching the Bengals game here last night. Not we, but I don't know why I said we. It's not like you were here. Come on, Zach. And they went for two, and the Commanders guy was like 5 hours early to a hit on T. Higgins, which caused him to catch a ball. Or was it Yoshia, whatever his name is? I don't know. It was some player. Didn't get a call. The Chiefs against Kyle Pitts. That was at the end of the game. That's a clear pass interference. Kyle Pitts is on his way down of the tackle.
Right.
By the time the ball gets there, and they didn't call it.
Right.
And it's like...
No, there is clear Chiefs favoritism this year. Like, we've talked about it in the past few years. But this year is horrible. Every single team is talking about it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right. I don't know.
Again, I didn't see much of the game.
Yeah.
I just know that I just know that Barkley continues to do his thing. I know we got really mad at him last week for not catching that ball, but he did what we said, and he has to start playing like the running back we're paying him to be.
Yeah, so
there was a lot of words that just mixed together there.
So speaking of Barkley really quick, I don't know if you follow Antonio Brown on Twitter or saw what he said. But during the game, he said Saquon Barkley is playing MVP football right now. More slippery than a Diddy party. Hashtag CTESPN.
I did see that. That was funny.
Like, yeah, Antonio Brown posts weird stuff, but he's funny.
He is funny.
I don't care what anyone says. He is really funny.
Sometimes. Oh, yeah. Sometimes he can.
Better than Diddy.
He's better than Diddy. I think we can all agree on that one. I lost my train of thought. That's why I said.
No, you're good. Devin White, he was once again a healthy scratch. I think if he can't play against the Buccaneers, the team we just signed him from, I think it's time to just cut our losses.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's not playing. Because, once again, I think we said this last week. What do we need? To cover the middle of the field. What does he do really well? Cover the middle of the field.
The middle of the field.
I really don't understand.
I don't understand.
I don't know if he's called Fangio some racial slurs or something. I truly don't know.
I don't know, but After this week, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the players were complaining about play calls and coaching staff.
That takes me very, very well into my next thing.
I thought it would.
Nick Sirianni, he was asked about calling his own plays during the game. I learned that Kellen Moore is supposed to be play calling downs 1 through 3. And if it's deciding whether to kick it or go for it, is on Sirianni. So, like, all the 4th down plays, they're on Sirianni. Now, he was also asked about calling his own plays during the game. He said here and there that's going to happen. You signed Kellen Moore, or hired Kellen Moore, to run Kellen Moore's offense. Not some Kellen Moore plays in Sirianni's offense.
Yeah, but I feel like every coach... Every coach wants to have the input.
But, yes, you're in...
But not here and there.
Right.
He might...
He's not the play caller.
There might be some coaches like, hey, if I see that I want to do an HB draw here,
right?
If I call for it, do it.
Right. I just want to know who's going to be our play caller this season, and I'm sure the players want to know that as well.
I don't think it's right to do 2 player calls either.
Right. My dad has brought up a good point. He thinks that Hurts might be purposefully throwing games to get Sirianni fired. Sorry, there's a fly. And up until this week, I just said, okay, yeah, maybe. This week, I could kind of see that.
I could kind of see it too.
Because Hurts has the capabilities of being a great quarterback, and
he's not
making some questionable plays.
Okay, so now that you say that, it brings the fact of that interception play.
Right.
Why do you throw it that far?
Right. Horribly thrown ball too.
Okay. Maybe he's on something.
Right. Hurts really wants Belichick.
He might get Belichick.
Right. You talked about Goddard. We talked about Barkley. Did you see on Goddard's 61-yard touchdown what happened to the Saints defenders? 3 of them ran into each other at the middle of the field. That's why he was so open.
He got a touchdown?
Yeah.
I thought he just had 177 yards and no touchdowns.
Yep, yeah, 60-some yard touchdown. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I do also want to say Jalen Carter did amazing. They were holding him back on the sidelines from talking to all the Saints players and Saints fans. You let him be. You let him do all that. Because he's standing up for his players who got injured from the dirty Saints players. He was also the highest graded Eagles defender.
Who was? Sorry.
Jalen Carter.
Gotcha. Sorry, my headset poking in and out there.
Oh, you're good. He 91.9 grade, 3 pressures, 2 hurries, a quarterback hit, 2 pass blocks, and 4 stops.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a pretty good week. But speaking about the defense, before we go back to the offense, I want to say Kenyon Mitchell is tied for 2nd place for pass breakups among quarterbacks this year. He's gotten some really close calls for interceptions.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm not good with the defense. I'm good with the offense. I go with defense. What number is he?
27.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry, I had a brain fart there.
No, you're good.
The rookie guy. Yeah.
He's been pretty good defensively, but
yeah,
the entire Eagles were really good defensively. They allowed 219 total yards, 12 points, 3 yards per carry to Alvin Kamara, who the week before had, 4 or 5 touchdowns against the Cowboys?
Uh-huh.
They stopped them to 0 touchdowns, and 3 yards per carry, and had the game-stealing interception against the number 1 ranked offense in every category.
I don't know. This week kind of looked a little bit better.
Yeah. Defensively, this was a very, very good game. Like, you can't ask for much more defensively. Offensively is where it needs to be stepped up. If we kick the 2 field goals from 30 and 40, instead of a fake tush push and whatever else we did, we would have had those 6 extra points because we know Jake Elliott will make those. And then instead we go for the 63-yarder, which is longer than his career high. Which I watched it. I don't know if you saw that kick or not. He had enough power. It's just a little too far right.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't see most of it. Like I said, I was at work, so I really don't have. I know I'm not giving too much input, but I just feel like I didn't really have much from this last week.
You watched more of it last week. I watched more of it this week. That's kind of how it went. It doesn't really matter though.
At one point, I asked if it was a good defensive game or just both offensives.
Right.
Were not looking good.
Yeah, defense. You can't ask for much more. Like I said, that's about it I have for defense. On offense, though, I'll start it off good. Fred Johnson, who filled in for the offensive line, he said that he almost cried on the sideline because he hasn't played for 3 years, and when he got to come into play, he was so happy. And the team was fired up for him. They were going, yeah, Fred, let's go. But he stepped in really big. Statland did his thing once again, I think. You know who Statland is, right?
Nope.
The offensive line coach.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked if you know who he is.
Yeah.
About the only other thing I have to talk about is your boy, Jahan Dotson.
You can say it. We are, baby.
Through 3 games so far, he has 3 receptions for 14 yards, 4.7 yards per game, and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't get why they're not using him.
I don't know.
As much as they should.
Right. But on the better side of his stats, or not better side of his stats, I don't know why I said better, because it's not a good stat. Through 50 total routes, he has 2 targets, 1 reception for 6 yards. That was before the game. The stat I'm about to say is from before the game. I don't know what it is now. He had a 27.5 win rate on his routes this season through weeks 1 and 2, ranking 104th in the NFL. Yeah. But Brittany Covey stepped in big time. He got injured.
Yeah.
I'm hoping A.J. Brown will be back. I doubt he'll be back this week. So Jahan Dotson is going to be wide receiver 1, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson.
Wide receiver 1, that's just...
Yeah. Dallas Goedert is going to have a huge game again.
They're probably going to rely on Barkley and Goddard just to...
Right.
Because obviously they don't... Dotson's not a bad player. They just don't trust him.
Right. Which... I don't think I said it to you, but if we got him 5-6 months ago, early into the offseason, I think we would be utilizing him much more.
Yes.
But because we got him, 2-3 weeks before the season started? Maybe not even.
Yeah. He's still...
He's got to find his role, pretty much. Hurts has to get used to him and all that.
Him and Hurts haven't built that chemistry yet. And
right.
All that, so.
Oh. So, I just looked at the score of the Phillies so far. Bottom of the second. We have a man on second, down 6-1.
Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. And Taiwan's not even pitching.
I was going to say, I looked down and saw 6-1. I was like, oh, the Phillies are winning 6-1. This is great. How awesome is this? And then...
Yep.
because I tried to look to see who scored it. All Cubs.
Oops.
Do you want to get? Do you want to keep going with the who gets the first down and all that?
Yeah, for our preview.
Foul preview.
Yep, we'll do all that
Not Sunday baseball. We're on football. Come on.
Yep,
Come on.
we will post it Saturday night or Sunday morning. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Probably depends on how early we get to record on Saturday, which is based on how well I do at cornhole.
Yeah. So everyone wish Brendan luck on his cornhole.
I will hopefully be able to say I brought home money.
Bring us some money.
Yep. Then we can invest it
into making this better for you guys.
Yep. You got anything else?
Not really. Just hoping the Phillies can change.
Yeah. Red October is starting in a week.
Yep. Again, this is our last week.
Speaking of Red October, on New Era Team Store's story, they have this Red October hoodie. It's literally just like this, but Red October. It looks awesome. And I don't know if you saw it. I sent you on Instagram earlier.
Yeah,
they have this black hat with the, I don't know what you call it.
That's a red, rope.
Yeah, the rope
Red
going
October.
across with Red October.
Yeah.
I love that too. But I can't find it anywhere.
It's probably just there.
Which is stupid. Same with the hoodie. Sure. And they haven't sent me an email saying I was chosen for postseason tickets. So I think we might be out of luck. No, I actually think they are going to send it out Thursday. If I remember correctly, it's Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. All right.
Yeah.
You want to call it?
Yep. We can call it.
Sure.
We can let you guys not bore you guys too much to death.
Yeah.
Just
it getting ready for down here.
Yeah, just kind of getting ready for October.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to do some really cool stuff throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hopefully the playoffs bring us more viewers.
Yeah, maybe live stream on something, a playoff game.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But
everyone, have a good week. See you next week. Go follow all of our other socials in the description. Like, share, comment. We respond to everyone.
We do.
Yeah.
We try.
On any social.
Drop us some comments.
Even messages.
Let us know what we're doing
Twitter. We respond everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.